Sit down, Grandma. Those words echoed through the small diner like a slap across everyone's soul. The young man who said it didn't just shout, he sneered, loud enough for everyone to hear, mocking the frail old woman standing by the counter. But what no one knew, not yet, was that this Grandma once wore a uniform, carried a rifle, and had saved lives on foreign soil. She wasn't weak. She was a veteran. And before the night was over, that arrogant boy was about to learn a lesson he'd never forget. If you're watching this, stay till the end, because what happens next will make you believe in justice, respect, and the power of unseen heroes. And if it touches your heart even a little, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be remembered. It was a quiet evening at Miller's Diner, the kind of roadside place where truckers stopped for coffee and small-town folks gathered after work. The bell above the door jingled softly as Evelyn, a 68-year-old woman with silver hair tucked under a worn baseball cap, stepped in. Her jacket bore an old military patch, faded, but proudly stitched. She came in every Friday night, always sitting at the same booth, ordering black coffee and apple pie. That night, 3 young men sat near the jukebox, laughing too loudly, bragging about their tough guy nights out. When Evelyn walked by, one of them, tall, tattooed, full of attitude, kicked his leg out, blocking her path. "Watch where you're going, Grandma," he said with a smirk. Evelyn stopped, calm but firm. "Watch your manners, son." The boys laughed. Another chimed in, "Oh, she's feisty. What are you gonna do, hit me with your cane?" Evelyn looked him straight in the eyes, not intimidated. "I don't need a cane," she said softly. That only fueled their mockery. The leader stood up and shouted, "Sit down, Grandma." Then, to everyone's horror, he shoved her shoulder. The diner went silent. The waitress froze. An old man in the corner started to rise, but Evelyn simply steadied herself, brushed her jacket, and whispered, "Big mistake, son." Before anyone could react, the door of the diner swung open. The sound of heavy boots echoed on the tiled floor. A dozen men and women, bikers, dressed in black leather jackets, walked in. Their jackets bore a simple symbol, Iron Vets MC. The young punks turned pale. The leader of the bikers, a broad man with a gray beard and a scar across his cheek, looked straight at Evelyn and said, "You okay, Cap?" Cap. The entire diner looked at her, this old woman, small but unshaken, as realization sank in. She wasn't just a veteran. She was Captain Evelyn Grant, decorated Army medic, and founder of the Iron Vets, a biker group made up of military veterans who rode together to protect and serve their communities. Evelyn smiled faintly. "I'm fine, boys. Just dealing with a few who forgot their manners." The biker leader stepped forward, towering over the troublemakers. "Apologize to the captain." The young men tried to laugh it off. "We didn't mean anything." "Now," the biker said, his voice low but firm. One by one, the boys mumbled apologies. But Evelyn raised a hand. "No. They need to learn something first." She walked up to the leader of the group, the one who shoved her. "Son, do you know what respect means?" He didn't answer. "I've held dying soldiers in my arms," she continued, her voice trembling but strong. "I've watched brave men and women take their last breath fighting for your right to sit here and act like a fool. Respect is what keeps this world from falling apart. And the moment you lose that, you lose yourself." The diner stayed silent. Even the jukebox stopped mid-song. The boy's eyes welled up, shame washing over his face. He whispered, "I'm sorry, ma'am." Evelyn nodded. "Good. Now sit down." This time, he obeyed without question. The bikers stayed for a while, ordered food, joked with the staff, paid for everyone's meal, and when they finally left, the entire diner stood and clapped. Evelyn walked out with her head high, her boots clicking proudly against the floor. A young girl, maybe 16, ran after her and said, "Ma'am, my brother's in the army. I just want to say thank you for everything." Evelyn smiled warmly and put a hand on the girl's shoulder. "Then tell your brother something for me. Tell him he's never alone. We always stand together, no matter what." As the Iron Vets roared away on their motorcycles, the town folks watched with admiration. The once Grandma, who'd been mocked for her age, had just reminded everyone what true strength looks like, not in fists, but in dignity. The next day, a photo of the moment went viral online, Evelyn standing strong, surrounded by her biker brothers and sisters. The caption read, "Never judge a book by its cover." She fought for freedom, now she rides for respect. Within hours, millions shared her story. Veterans commented with pride. Young people said they'd learned something about honor. And those who once laughed at the old generation began to see them in a new light. Months later, Evelyn was invited to speak at a local school. The same boy who'd pushed her sat in the front row, now wearing a "Support Our Veterans" pin. After her speech, he walked up and said, "Thank you for not giving up on people like me." She smiled. Everyone deserves a second chance, even the loud ones. And that's the thing about heroes like Evelyn, they don't wear capes. They wear scars, wisdom, and courage. They remind us that strength isn't about how hard you can hit, but how deeply you can inspire. So, if this story moved you, if it made you feel proud, angry, or even teary-eyed, remember, respect has no age, and kindness has no rank. Hit that like button, share this story with someone who needs a reminder of humility, and subscribe for more real, powerful stories that touch the heart and restore faith in humanity. Because somewhere out there, another Evelyn is still standing tall, and she deserves to be heard.